Hello, and welcome to this collective and timeless reading. This is E-Star Tarot, and today I'm going to be asking for the collective what is Spirit protecting us from, and what can we look forward to from this protection? Yeah. So maybe you're someone who feels like you don't need to be protected, or you weren't aware that you're being protected, but our guides and ancestors and our angels are always protecting us at all times. And maybe you just need that reminder today that that is always there for you, right? So hold on one sec. Sorry, I just thought we could use some more light. Okay, so now let's see here. I'm only calling my ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels to give me messages of divine light and wisdom for the highest and greatest good of the collective. What are we being protected from, and what good things can we look forward to from this protection? Oh yeah, conflict. Yeah, that's a good thing to be protected from, right? Yeah. Look at that. There's a storm in the background. And this guy, he's the orchestrator right here. But it's 3 people involved here, and someone's crying. So I get the sense that this crying person's you. So maybe you've had a lot of dealings with someone who's been really toxic to you, but you're actually being put in a place where they can't reach you, or that energy can't get to you. And maybe they still are talking to you, but you're being given strength to not fall into their traps, so to speak. They can't reach you. They're not going to be able to. Oh. 6 of Discs. Generosity. Yeah. I get two different messages from this. One is that this is good. This is the good thing that's coming from this, is that this healing of your heart from this person maybe is actually, maybe I should start with the other message, to be honest, because I really see this as the 2 figures from before, right? Remember I said the blue one was you, and this is the blue one here now. But I think this was really the past, where this person, right, the red guy, they were taking, because you're a very generous and giving and loving energy, and they were really taking that energy from you. They were taking advantage of your giving nature. And this caught your fountain of like creativity, your abundance, everything. This could represent your tower of energy, that you have a lot of energy and good light and beauty that's there. But this person was taking all that from you and acting like very like, kind of like a victim, or like someone who needed help, and they just found ways to manipulate you into giving things to them, basically, because look, they're giving them money. But now the scales are being balanced, right? You got the scales there, right? Yeah, 6 of Discs is all about giving and receiving. So the other interpretation I have is that now that, because now this wound is going to be healed, because before because of this relationship, you had closed off from other people. You were really afraid to be generous with people because of this experience with this person where they took advantage. But now your open and generous heart is going to be restored, and you're not going to have this this wounding, this trauma of feeling like you can't give because people take advantage. Yeah. Anything else? 2 cards here. Okay. Yeah. Confusion. Yeah. So you were, and again, the blue guy. So this is like a whole story with the blue guy, right? And it's not always a blue guy in this, right? This is very funny that it's like the same person, right? A little journey. But Eight of Swords, yeah. So I think because of this, you had been really you have been so disrupted by this because you were deceived for a long time, I think. And when you found out about how this was all wrong and how this person tricked you, essentially, it really threw you into chaos. Because look, there's two swords here, but then there's actually six swords that are kind of like invisible around him that are really tormenting him. And swords represent the mind, the mental space, our thoughts, right? So, yeah, and even though you got away from them, it still was affecting you. It still was carried with you. This almost like their words were in your head almost. And maybe they filled you with like a lack of confidence. Maybe they were mean to you or verbally abusive, or they caused you confusion about relationships and how you can trust others. And so this really, really messed you up. Like, and I'm sorry for you. This is really frustrating, right? But look, this is what the universe is giving you now. They're restoring your power. And they're giving you a new opportunity. Your the word is formation here, right? Ace of Discs. Ace of Discs is an opportunity in the material world. So I really see this as like you're getting an escape from this person if they're still in your life and they're still causing you harm. But I see this also as like, I feel like they were spiritually draining you, like they were attracted to your spiritual energy because you're a very light and pure person, and they were like the opposite. And so they wanted that, like that power in your crown, right? She's wearing a crown and there's a light, there's actually a sun there. Yeah, you were the power of the sun, and they wanted to bottle it and hide it from the world. But now that's all being given back to you. This person can't hold power over you. They can't take your light. You are the light. It's always been yours, and this person cannot take it from you. Yeah. So you're being protected from that. You're being protected from the conflict with this person. Or people, perhaps. Maybe this was like a toxic family. Could be a circle of friends that were not good for you. Or even other ways of... sometimes it can also be ourselves, even through addiction, or even negative spirits kind of... Well, this is sort of my belief, but I think like, when people have addictions and things like that, it can be a sign of, spirits trying to harm and cause conflict, right? By making us like hurt ourselves, right? Through addiction. Now, I'm really enjoying Seed and Sickle lately, so, let's just go with it. All right, so, yeah, let's just get another card. Oh, there it is. Ooh, chamomile. Aww. Just right off the bat, I think, like, chamomile is a very calming flower. You drink it as a tea, it's a good remedy for anxiety. So, I think, and look, I feel with this card like fears and stress and worry. So I think you've been honestly feeling a lot of fear, even that this person will still kind of get to you, even though they can't, even though your spirit guides, can't talk, are trying really hard to, well, they're not trying, they are doing it. They're keeping that person away from you. Yeah. I see you as this beautiful little flower. It's kind of like the sun, right? Pure white flower. Let's get another one here. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Aconite. And it was reversed, so... Aconite. This is a very dark card. Maybe this represents the negative influence. I feel almost scared. Like I felt fear from this card. But look, there's an arrow shot through it. Like I feel very threatened by this. But the arrow shooting through it neutralizes it. Yeah. And 4 and 6, that creates a 10. Which is the completion of a cycle. So I feel like the cycle of being tormented by this has been reversed. It's done. It's over. It's not going to hurt you anymore. And look, 4 and 9, that makes 13. Change, the death card. Yeah. I think I might look at the card. I want to look at the reverse interpretation of that, 'cause maybe there's something in there to read. Let's see, what was it? 46? Yeah. You're facing a difficult decision with no right answer readily available, yet in your heart of hearts, you already know what you're going to do. Don't agonize over it for longer than you have to. Yeah, he's agonizing. So maybe this is about, you're stepping, the part of the end of the cycle is you just recognizing it, right? Recognizing the harm. Because like part of the way that Spirit acts to help us is to just make us have the realization so that we can take action, right? Yeah, they act through us in a way. They act through people. So, yeah, you know what to do. You know you have to keep this person away from you to keep your peace, right? Named for the hills on which Hercules fought Cerberus. Oh my god, Cerberus came up in our reading yesterday. In a sharp but bloody battle, Aconite promises that there's relief to be had after the brief and challenging follow of your decision. When things seem unbearable, know that this won't last forever. Yeah. So maybe this person is giving you a lot of grief because you cut away. Or because you said no, or you were like, told them how you feel. Gosh. Yeah, this is just so, oof. What a dark energy from this card. But this is the key, right? See the key there? This is the key to your happiness. Even though it seems dark and challenging, this is the thing that will help you. Reversing this damage. Yeah, reverse. And you need the salve of healing and calm. You need to restore your petals. Oof. What a heavy thing. But you're going to be okay. Because like it said, it's a brief pain. It's like taking out a thorn when we've been hurt by a thorn. Or, you know, something stuck into our skin and caused an infection. It hurts to take it out. It hurts to clean the wound. But after that brief pain is healing, right? I think I want another card, actually. I'm really feeling this. Oh, there's two. Remember we drew 1, 1, and then 2, and they got 1, 1, 2. So there you go. I think, yeah, 1, 2. Oh, again, a reverse. Wow, okay. Birch. Interesting. So 1. Oh, I forgot to mention Cerberus. Well, I did mention it, but there was a lot about Cerberus in our last reading. So maybe if you want to, you can go back to the reading just previous to this one, because Cerberus came up in that reading a lot. And it was a lot about making sure, because 2 of the heads of Cerberus were looking forward and 1 was looking back, and it represented making sure that you are good with everything as you move forward. Make sure that all loose ends are tied up. So that could resonate with you strongly. But yeah, it's with birch here. This is so interesting. There's a portal in the trees, basically. Like there's a circle, and there's this red string and eyes in the tree. This is a very mysterious card. It's like you're going into, this is like your new life almost. You're stepping through something. And something about this red string, it's like a path leading you forward, or it's, oh, like, you know, how you could, I don't know if people actually do this, but like pulling on a red string to guide you through a forest is what I'm feeling. Like you're going through a dark woods. Well, this is a very light woods, but to get out of the woods, basically, that could represent this relationship or these past issues, this past hurt. You're holding on to a string that's guiding you out. And the string is left there by your spirit guides, by the divine, by God. And that's what these eyes are about. Because they're all watching. They're making sure you get it. Hope the camera can see it there. Yeah. 1. Interesting. Oh my gosh. I had a lot to say about that card. I think I do. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I had to peep. I guess I'll just take it out. Seed. 0. 1 and 0 make 10. But they're split apart here. You're going on a new journey and they're planting a new seed. Or maybe the seed has been planted and now, like, this is the new you. This is the rebirth, right? Wow. You see how there's 2 big circles in here? 2 kind of glowing circles? Like, wow. These are really, really powerful. I think I want to look at these cards. And I just feel that they're in the upright position. They're meant to be upright. So, birch. In Irish communities, the tradition winter Yule log. I stumbled on that because I recently got a Yule deck, so that's really synchronistic. The traditional winter Yule log is cut from the birch tree. I didn't know that. A broom. Something about brim. A broom of birch twigs is used to brush out the dust of the old year and bring in the new. And household fires are doused and then relit from the central Yule fire to bring the community together. You are facing a new beginning, but do not embark upon this future alone. You will have a stronger start if you rely on friends, family, or colleagues to support you through your first steps. Do not fear removing what is past its use. Yeah. My right hand is really itchy right now. Gotta scratch it. Receiving, what's that saying? The right hand receives. So when your right hand is itchy, means you're gonna get something. Usually it means money, but like maybe that could be it. Maybe you're gonna receive financial support so you can leave this situation, because maybe that's part of what's held you back. But that's really interesting that it's all about new beginnings, right? Because we were talking about that. You're moving away from this and you're going to a new beginning away from this person. Now, because it did come in a reverse, I do want to glance at that. The birch tree is beloved by many for its pure but determined energy. It is one of the first trees to grow leaves in the spring, and the first to grow back when an area of woodland is cleared. This tenacity gives strength to anyone seeking to overcome difficulties. Look, the seed. You are tenacious and you are still springing your seed even after a fire razed the land that was your life. The birch is also featured in the Celtic Ogham tree calendar. The month it represents is seen as a time for regeneration and rebirth. This card is encouraging you to focus on all of these things. A new chapter is beginning for you, potentially one that has arisen from a challenging situation. Do not let past difficulties make you jaded. Enter this new phase with certainty and confidence. Yes, all of that was really relevant. Gosh, my hand is itchy. I think the universe is trying to tell you that if you're afraid for financial security and things like that, don't be. Just, you got to take a leap of faith with this. You got to be willing to step into this new life, even if maybe it makes you a little scared or uncertain. Don't be afraid of a new beginning. Yeah, this is all about stepping into new beginnings, and this is the beginning. It says the first act that will, this is the beginning, the first act that will set all of your plans into motion. The seed may seem small, but it is full of potential, containing everything it needs to grow into something incredible. Take the time to nurture it and give it the right conditions to flourish. You may already have several seeds growing. Do not be afraid to let this one remain dormant a little longer. It will come to fruition when the time and conditions are right for it. So maybe you do have to wait for a little bit of money to get everything underway. And if you have to stand in a situation that and be tolerant of it until that happens, I'm so sorry. I know that's really difficult. Hold on. Sorry, I had to fix something with my camera there. Hope it's okay. Yeah. If it turns out funny in the video, I'm sorry. I'm not the best with cameras sometimes. But you know, it's it happened because I wasn't paying attention actually to how I started the settings on my camera. So make sure you don't jump into something too quickly, right? I take that as a message in itself, right? Do we need, let's see here. Let's see here. I think we're gonna take a Zodiac Moon card. What advice can we give to this collective for this situation? Oh, 2 cards. You want 2s together, right? Ooh. Eclipse in Libra, 31. It's a special number. Rebalance. Reevaluate relationships, justice, and fair play. Yeah. Oh boy. And look, the scales are back. Scales. So, you know, oh dear. A little fly just flew at me, and I don't even know where it came from. That's so strange. It flew right to my head. Ugh, that was strange. I don't even know where it came from, and I don't know where it went. That was so odd. It's like a little spirit fly. That was so strange. Been a lot of activity today, my gosh. Reevaluate relationships and fair play. So I feel like this person is kind of represented by a fly, almost like they're buzzing in your ear and bugging you, but you really are, this really is about a relationship. Could be any type of relationship, friend, coworkers, family, but I get like a marriage almost or something like that, but or could be like a sibling, parent. But it's a really close relationship. One, like, it's not something casual. It's something very intimate and close. And it's one you've had for such a long time that it rocks your foundations to leave it. It rocks your foundations to look at it in a different light, to see it for what it is, which is toxic to you. And justice is coming out. It's being played out because the ancestors and the spirit guides, they are bringing you messages and guidance to get you out of this. And I think that had to happen to even let you see it, to let you see that it was a problem. because you weren't seeing it before. You know how Justice is blindfolded? You can't really see it in this card. I don't even know if it's depicted in this card, but usually the Statue of Justice or Lady Liberty, she's always blindfolded because the idea is like Justice is blind to like bias, I think it is. It's just about the scales. So that's kind of like you. You were blindfolded, maybe. Yeah, like Two of Swords. Because I was thinking Two of Swords when I saw this, and I wondered how that was going to come in. And then swords. Oh, there's a sword. The Sword of Justice is coming in for you. Because there was somebody really treating you unfairly. You were being treated wrong. And now it's gonna... The eclipse is like... It's this galactic alignment. You know, it's so rare, but it's a moment where darkness and light meet. And something has changed forever. And I know that's scary, but I think you can do this. I think you can rebalance and you can find justice. I think justice is already finding you, to be honest. I think the right things are coming to you, being brought to you. Oh, wow. Sun in Capricorn. Work diligently towards your goal. Status. So maybe there's something about this relationship could affect your status, and that's why it's scary to leave it. And that doesn't even have to be like a really high like financial or societal status, but could even just be a status in your family or how everyone you've known will see you to this point. Look at 10. Completion. A lot of 10s in this reading. This is the end of a cycle. You're completing a cycle that's gone on a long, long time, but you know, it's the spirit, your guides are telling you, keep working at this because this is what you want. And if you feel like you're going to lose something, you're actually going to rebuild. You're building a temple to the sun, which is your happiness. And you're doing the right thing. You just got to stick with it. Don't let others sway you or try to drag you back or manipulate you with tears or whatever they say. You know, just listen to your heart. Listen to what your heart wants to tell you. Yeah. Can we get some more information about... I'm going to take the Yule deck and ask about this energy that has been... that they want to leave behind, that's been influencing and manipulating. What is this energy? I got this in another reading, and it represented sort of that as well, a past negative influence that was hurting you. And in that reading, it was sort of about like a mother energy or just like a dark woman energy, but it was about, you know, this person's cold. This person's not very loving or giving to you. And they've been trying to harm. They've been trying to harm you and take your energy, and they've not been good to you at all. Release me for their tongue and nourish me with light. Yeah. Yeah. You've had a lot of dreary moments with this person. They've been a bad influence in your life. But that's all coming to an end. Justice is being restored, and they're not going to harm you anymore. They're not going to do anything that's going to hurt you. Well, they're going to try, but the divine isn't going to allow it. And you're not going to allow it because you're part of the divine. And you're listening to it as well. You're listening to their advice. And you're going to listen to them rather than listen to them, right? That's key. Okay, do I want to ask anything else with this deck here? Can you give us some advice about How best to go about dealing with this person? No, that's not it. How best to go about this? Oh my gosh, I got 2 and I thought, that can't be right. And then they were kind of like, it was right. And then 2 came in again. It's just so funny to have. When you get confirmation from spirit like that, it's just too funny. Wreath. Ooh. There's a circle of life. There in the circle of life tends to breathe death. One is not without the other, eternally bound by the essence of spirit. Okay. And tranquility. In thy womb of blissful quieting and calmness, stillness lives. The world of... Sometimes I really can't read these phrases at all. In thy womb of blissful quieting and calming stillness lives the world of worlds, spellbound to the silence. Silence, yeah. Maybe you're kicking this person out because I see this as like, you know, you had this kind of witch woman here. She's being expelled. She's leaving the house. Maybe you're kicking her out of your house. I don't know if it's a she or... But the house can represent your, you know, your spiritual body or your temple, you know? And the temple can be your life, your body, your energy field. And they're leaving. They're getting out of there. You're kicking them out. And this is you being strong and understanding that things have to come to an end. Sometimes things have to end. And the wreath, the cycle is complete. And you're carrying it with you with the lessons that you learned. You're putting it on your shoulder and you're like, okay, that was rough, but I'm not going to let that happen to me ever again. I'm moving on to better things. Yeah. Better things. Over here? I guess so. Yeah. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but here it is. This could even be 2 women. Maybe this is like between 2 women that are in conflict, like sisters or a mother and a daughter, even, I'm getting from that. Maybe this could even be you moving out of that house. If you're a daughter with a toxic mother, if that's for someone in this reading, that's like you taking flight out of the house. and you're like, I'm done with this. Get me out of here. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I know, yeah, and you're going to build your wealth now. Yeah, maybe you're a Capricorn. Something about that, yeah. Or maybe your mother's a Capricorn and she's really strict and it's just, you've had enough. She stifles you. I'm just going to take a look. I want to look at tranquility. Here we go. I mean, the idea is pretty obvious, like peace, silence, healing. To be at peace means to have inner harmony despite what is happening around you. Yeah. Because maybe there's a lot of quiet in the house, like you're not speaking with someone because things are so tense. But you're holding strong in all of that. You're not going to let that influence you. Well, I mean, it's hard not to, but like you're going to... It might be influencing you, but you're recovering from it. You're bouncing back every time and recognizing what's going on and then being like, nope, I'm going to not deal with this energy anymore. I'm going to leave the house for a bit and calm myself down, get this toxic, gooey energy off me. Imagine how much easier Christmas shopping and holiday preparation would be if nothing ruffled your feathers. It's interesting. I collected some feathers today. I don't know if you like doing that, but sometimes they're little messages from the divine. Yeah, don't let them ruffle your feathers. The same goes for life. You cannot change other people or external factors, but you can control how you respond to them. I just said that about dealing with, you're not letting, You're not letting them sway you, like pull you into the fight, pull you into the toxic energy. Inner peace is created through an acceptance of what is beyond your control. What is the purpose of worry if it cannot contribute to the change in your situation? You have pulled tranquility because what you have asked about is beyond your control. It may seem ominous, but the fear is often much worse than the thing itself. Excessive worrying will only cause you more pain and could lead to self-fulfilling prophecies. You are being guided to release stress and seek peace. Reach out for help if you feel like this is not something you can manage independently. Having another perspective could help to ease the stress. Yeah. So, friends that you resonate with could really help right now, especially if you need to get out of the house. Whether it's a relationship and you need to go with your friends to get a break from that toxic household, just do that. Just let them help you and give you advice. I mean, always use your discernment with advice, because sometimes you can receive some not so good advice, but make sure that you are open to receive that if it's what you need. Yeah. I don't think there's anything about wreath that we need to go over, because I think it's kind of self-explanatory about a cycle completing, and yeah, I don't think there's anything more to say about that. I'm reaching for land sky on instinct, so I guess that's what's next. Yeah. Get a land sky oracle card to help with this. Oh, there's that fly again. It flew by, but it didn't buzz in my head. It's so weird. So weird. I haven't had a fly in my house in a long time, but it just popped out of nowhere. It's so strange. To me, a fly can kind of represent, karmic or dark energy. Yeah, like someone's trying to get into your energy. Oh, did I? Yeah, no. Took the little pamphlet with me. It's funny. Okay, so yeah. Any other advice, Spirit, guides that we can get for this? What's our best strategy? Be breath. Be the breath, but also be breath. 21. Maybe you're 21, because that could be an age where you're moving out of home. I don't know why I get that, but for some reason I think there might be someone young in this reading that needs this advice. I'll try my best to say this. Brahmari pranayama. Be breath. Maybe bees are important to you. I think of bees as like they're little healing creatures, and when they fly by you, they're kind of like attracted to your vibration, attracted to protecting you even. So actually, maybe I'll just move this down a bit. Yeah, keep my candle in the view. Let's see here. Yeah. Getting a little messy, but that's okay. We can be organized somewhat. Okay. Yeah, so bee breath. Maybe I should yeah, because I haven't seen bee breath in a little bit. Maybe I'll just see what it says here. If there's any messages. The thing that's popping up right away to me is what stories roll around in your mind like laundry. You can help, bee breath can help you break the cycle of stories from the past and the future. That goes right into our reading, because like here, he's struggling with these traumatic feelings of like, because when we have trauma or like just something bad, it doesn't have to be trauma, but just something bad happens to us, sometimes that feeling, that the energy can get stuck in us and make us feel like it's still happening when it's over. Maybe that's what the completion of a cycle is about. It's over now, but there's still some residual energy hanging on. And so part of your assignment or your homework, I guess, is to let that go more. Let be breath. Breathe. Breathe in healing. Because they can't hurt you anymore. Yeah. The bee flies from the each flower, right? So it doesn't, it goes from flower to flower and it doesn't lose its way. It keeps focused on its goal. So I think like the advice here is just to keep focused on what you plan to do to leave this situation if you're still in it. Keep focused on your goals, you know, the things you want in your life, not the things that you have happened to you and you don't want to happen to you anymore. They're already done, so let them go, because you don't need to turn it over in your mind over and over again like laundry that's turning over in a cycle. It's over, and you can bring that energy even back in by overthinking on it over and over again, right? So to me it's saying yeah, just let the past go because it's done, and you don't need to ruminate on it anymore because it's causing you suffering. It's making you antsy and edgy. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's get a crystal for maybe a crystal that can help us focus and help us get out of this struggle, right? I'm gonna try not to read the book so much right now because I'm racking up my time just reading it, and I don't need the interpretations necessarily. I think intuitively you already know what to think. Diamonds. Yeah, this one wanted to pop out. Diamond. You're a diamond. You've been put under so much pressure that, you know, I think maybe you've thought at times that you've cracked, but you've actually cracked open and metamorphosized into something really beautiful. Because the diamonds are created under pressure, immense pressure. And that's like a good metaphor for going through a lot of suffering, but coming out on top, right? So the diamond, you know, you've gone through it to become the diamond. And you don't have to worry so much about, am I damaged? Am I weak now? Because diamonds can be brittle, but actually you're really strong. Because you got through this, you're even stronger. Strong, that song, stronger than yesterday. Now it's nothing but a mile away. Sorry, but the song popped into my head, so maybe you should listen to that song. You are stronger than yesterday, and you don't need to worry about, can I keep going? Can I do this without them? Because maybe you're afraid to leave them because they made you feel weak on your own, and like you can't do things on your own. But actually you can. You have that power. You know, I think you're even more powerful than them, and that's actually why they get annoyed and try to pull you back in, because they don't want you to change. They don't want you to be something greater than them, right? Yeah, any more just guidance on this situation? Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn, sun in Capricorn. Yeah, so you just have to keep working at it. And also the work that you've done so far has paid off. That's why this is going the right direction, which is away from the past and into a positive future, right? Something really great. Like, you know, you don't have to worry about, the only thing you gotta make sure of is make sure your mind doesn't trick you into thinking you can't do something. Because you can do this. You don't have to, don't listen to them. That's what I'm hearing. Don't listen to them. They're filled with bad mojo, and they want you to get pulled away. Yeah. By the way, I brought fluorite in. Maybe that's a crystal that could help you. Fluorite, yeah. Fluorite. Actually, maybe that got brought to my attention because I meant to take another crystal card, actually, for some reason. want me, I'm supposed to go back to crystals. 2 again. Oh my god, the 2s. Is 2 a number that's special to you? Yeah, it's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Petrified wood, and oh my god, these cards came out the other time. Yeah, these cards, they came out in the last, you really gotta, if you can, listen to the last reading, because that's on my channel, because it is like a continuation of this almost. Yeah, and look, 13. 13. Change and death. And 43, which was, where do I see 43? I saw 43 somewhere. Yeah, wreath. Wreath was 43. Petrified wood, 43. Maybe you're 43? And that's kind of why you're a little nervous, because you're leaving a relationship, and you feel like at that age, it's like, you know, sometimes people can feel like they're too old to do something, but that's just an illusion. That's never true, ever. Even if you're 80, you can leave somebody, or like, or start something new, or go on a new adventure. Like, there's nothing that age can actually hold you back from, unless it's like a physical inability, or a disability from your age. But like, that only happens towards the very end, and otherwise you can go ahead with things. Yeah. Bronzite's about self-respect and like trusting the universe having your back. So like, just trust the universe is going to make it happen for you. And just believe that it's already going to work out, and it will work out. That's the best way to go about it. Just visualize it as though it's already happening, and go walk into it with the confidence that, well, I already know this is going to happen, so I don't have a thing to fear. But that doesn't mean don't do the work. It just means have that confidence going in, even if you're a little scared. Yeah, be judicious about your trust, extending your trust, but like, have trust, have faith, right? And also, I think Bronzite was about owning your role in the past, like not you know, putting it all in one person either. Like, because sometimes, you know, it takes 2 to tango. So maybe there's some role you played in things as well that you have to work through and figure that out. But, you know, the ultimate message of this reading is to move forward, right? But also, like, petrified wood, again, that was about patience, right? Because it takes a long time to petrify wood. It takes years to turn into, many, many, many years to turn into a stone. So, and like, the spiral makes me think of your DNA. There's a little spiral in it. Oh my gosh, I never noticed this before. There's a little star in this one. You're the star. Or you're realizing that you have a star inside you that you need to let out and let shine. And this person was holding you back, or these energies were holding you back. And now it's being activated. It's being brought online, basically. So that, and you need to let go of this past energy in order to move forward into that future. Yeah. Yeah, and this is all about us as well, timing of the universe too. Trust the timing of this. This is like, don't be like, oh, why did I invest all this time in this other person, or I wasted so much time, yada yada. Like like, everything happens for a reason, and you went through the things you went through for a reason, and you're stepping into your future now for a reason. Like, it was meant to happen at this time for a reason. So don't think that you made the wrong choices and you could have started something sooner. That's not the case. This was meant to happen when it happened. Yeah. Okay, now I think I'm going to take a butterfly card. I'm glad we got those out. That was extra confirmation of what's going on here. So, what new change will happen in their immediate future? Or what change can... Well, okay, we'll stick with that one first. What new change will happen in the immediate future for them? moving. Sorry to laugh, but like, you're definitely moving out of the house for sure. Getting out of that toxic house. Oh my gosh. Or maybe they're moving out of your life. Like moving out of your house. Or just, there's going to be movement, right? Movement to a new job, a new place, a new state of being. So you're going to be okay there. And now my other question was, what changes can they make to help this process? What changes can they do to help this along? Realizations and epiphanies. So this takes inner work. This takes time and quiet, silence, tranquility to help you to figure out your emotions in all this. And that will help you move forward easier. Because maybe you have to say some things to someone, but you need to really work out what you want to say. Or it could be just you're still kind of asleep to it a little bit about the harm that's been done, maybe. Or you're not looking at your feelings about it. Like you on some level, you do know it was harmful. But part of you is compartmentalizing it. Maybe you should look up compartmentalization. I don't know, if you're someone who's really detached from your emotions, or you tend to put them in a box and not deal with them, read about compartmentalization. I think that would help you a lot. Yeah. So, it's very interesting. The cards all came out in a funny way today. Can we get some angel guidance to help them? Give them some comfort and guidance? 2 again. Oh my God, Lord. The 2s today. This is about 2 people. 2 people. Like a relationship. Like, I know I said like families and things like that, but very specifically for some in this reading, this is about 2 people. You're one of them. And it is an intense relationship. Now, oh, peace. Shemuel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Yeah. So maybe you're afraid that you won't find love again, but you will. And actually, you didn't even really get love because this relationship wasn't loving, and you've been deceived into thinking that was love. Oh, compassion. Sorry, they're getting to me. Zakiel, soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Have some self-compassion. This was really, really tough. This hurt a lot. And now you're learning to accept peace into your life. And like, you want peace in your life now. You want things to be better. And you're ready to accept that. You're ready for that now. And you're not going to let someone stop you. But also, you know, have compassion for, because people, right? So this person that caused you harm, did things that they shouldn't have to you, or whatever happened between you two, I sense that they did wrong by you, and maybe you reacted badly as well, which, you know, have compassion for that, forgive yourself. But if that doesn't resonate, you don't have to take that with you, it's not for you. But the only thing you have to do is move forward into peace and let that situation go. I want to get maybe two little lapping cards to show us the path forward. 7 of Wands. It didn't come out in 2s, but you know, this is you. This is you being powerful and being able to defend yourself. This whole situation taught you how to stand up for yourself. You became someone who, through this situation, because I think before you didn't have good boundaries, and that's what let this situation happen. Not to say it's your fault, but you had to go through this to learn how to have boundaries, how to stand up to someone, because maybe this person came in for a reason, because you were someone who allowed others to tread on your boundaries, right? Oh, 3 cards. Is this it? Gosh, okay. I thought we were going to have maybe just 2. We got 4. Well, I guess that's it. Oh, and one other's popping out. Okay. I guess I'll move these to the side. This is a very busy reading, and it's going to be long. I apologize if you don't like long readings, but, you know, sometimes Spirit has a lot to say, and it's just how it has to be. If this is resonating with you, you're going to stick with it anyway. That's how I am with long readings. Okay, so we'll go back to front. Lovers. So this may be a pair of lovers that, you know, had this conflict, but actually I think this is about the future right now. So I think actually you're going to meet a new love. Or if not love, romantic love, I think you're going to meet someone who's going to be a partnership for you, a friend, or even a coworker, like a business partner, could be, that is going to help you along in this. That's going to be your key to getting out of this situation, I think, or give you the strength to get out of this situation, or maybe you'll get out of this situation and then that will be sort of like your reward for being strong. Yeah, this will be the end of worry. I know this card looks like the rabbit's sad, but actually I see this as the other person, to be honest. They're going to be in regret for everything that happened. They're going to realize what they lost with you because of their foolish actions. And that's going to be their lesson, right? Both people walk away with lessons that they needed to learn. And for them, it's going to be to treat others with more respect. Queen of Swords. You're going to meet a Queen of Swords. My gosh. Yeah. This person's going to be really dignified and respectful and good with their words. Like they're not going to cause harm with their words, because you were around someone that was hurtful with words. Very hurtful with words. And you're not going to be with someone like that again. They're actually going to be really independent too, because maybe this person was really clingy and kind of put a lot on you. But actually it's going to be, or yeah, this person's going to be like so independent that you're not going to have to worry about them like leeching on you, you know? Sorry, I had to turn off my timer. Shook the camera. But actually, maybe that's a message. They're going to shake up your world, but in a good way. And the timer went off. So this will be about timing as well. You're going to meet the right person at the right time. And they're going to rock your world, literally. Shake things up in a good way. Yeah. Wow. Or this could be you just, maybe the way that you deal with that previous person will be like, you'll know how to deal with them really strongly. But I see that in this card, so I really get the interpretation that there's someone new coming in. Ace of Wands. This person's going to unlock your creativity as well. Maybe you're going to do a creative project with this person, like, or you'll both be creators. Because I see you also going into a new path maybe as well. It could be like the things you do every day. It doesn't have to necessarily be your career, but like maybe you're going to do something more creative as well. But I laugh because this is also like a very phallic symbol. It's the passion stick. If you know, you know. So this person's going to get you, well, I can't say that on camera, but you know what, I think you know what I mean. They're going to light a fire in you. I'll say that. But also a creative fire. Like maybe this person's going to be like your spiritual equivalent, but also like someone who has the same passions as you, like interest and wants to create things, or they don't have to make the same things as you, but they could be someone that's in a field that like resonates with you. Like maybe you're both artistic, one of you's a musician and one of you is a writer or an artist, like, you know, something like that. Like you'll both understand each other, but you won't necessarily be doing exactly the same things. But maybe you will be, and maybe you'll be able to work on projects together. Like co-create things. I'm getting co-creation with this person. You could even be co-creation of like a person, like a baby. Oh my goodness. And that could be really healing for you to realize you can start over, right? You can start over. Because this is a whole new start. This is like a really positive new start. You don't have to think that your life is over, or you already had your moment, your love, and that was it. No, the universe is going to show you what it's supposed to be. Yeah. You're going to be shown what love is. And they're going to be compassionate. They're going to be someone that is sympathetic to your pain, what you've been through. I feel really like sad and emotional right now, which is strange. Like maybe this is going to be someone you can cry on their shoulder, you know? And you're going to be a shoulder to cry on for them. Cuz I think you'll be sorry, I'm losing my words. The emotions. Take a breath. I think that you will understand each other because you went through the same kind of pain. And that will heal, heal each other that way. And this is just so divinely like guided, because look, you've got the angel there bringing the lovers together, and then the angel there bringing the stick. So I get a lot of sexual and passionate love from this too. Oh my gosh. This will be a beautiful partnership. And I'm so happy for you, because you went through so much shit. Like you went through a lot of pain for a long time. And you're going to meet someone so great. So don't have any fear. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Oh my gosh, I'm realizing how things are working out with all this, like under the cards. Look, the person defending themselves is under the attacker, the cold moon, that dark feminine that was hurting you. And then lovers, the birch trees, where there was a path through the birch trees, and the red string. If you are aware of, I think it's Japanese tradition, but like, or it could be Chinese, but somewhere around that area is this belief in the red string being tied between the pinkies of two people who are destined for each other. You're going to meet your destined person. I really get this strongly with this. You're following there's a red string tied to your pinky, and you're following it through the woods to meet this person. And when we talked about this was the other person having regret, it's above the reversed. Remember this, like, it's kind of like a devil energy here, right? Like this dark evil energy that got overturned, that got defeated. It's so synchronistic. And then this person, the Queen of Swords, is going to be good for you. It's over chamomile, calming, and look, like a cup of chamomile tea. Maybe that's something you're drinking right now, or you should drink. But to help calm your nerves, because I think your nervous system is a little rattled from maybe living in the same house with this person, but they're going to be like your cup of chamomile tea. And then look, the passion stick, the wand, the new creative spark of inspiration. It's over the seed. Oh my God, I just got, because remember we talk about how this is phallic and seed. Sorry. I didn't mean to get for this reading to turn this way, but it's just is what it is, right? There's going to be a new seed of life. I'm trying not to laugh because it's so amazing. Oh, and look, there's a little leaf coming out of this, and kind of like there's a leaf coming out of the seed, right? This could be a birth, but it doesn't have to be a birth of a child, but it could be, because birth can do with like the birth of a creative project or the birth of a new life, right? But I do really get that from this. It's really strongly saying that in the visual symbolism. Gosh, this is a crazy reading. But I keep laughing, and I think that's actually you. Like you're going to be laughing with this person. Because the energy was so heavy before, and now I'm just light and laughing. That's going to be the journey. It's going to go from tears to laughter. And maybe even like passion and fun. Yeah, passion and fun for sure. But just keep working at it. Keep having compassion for yourself. Hold your ground. Stand your ground. And don't let them Don't let those past energies stop you. I've also been getting a lot of air in my throat, so I think, this does have to do with you speaking your truth, standing up for yourself with your words. But like the Queen of Swords, use your words wisely. Don't cut people down with words. Use them judiciously. Use them to say what needs to be said and no more, Be quick to the point. And not devoid of emotion, but clear with your emotion, right? It doesn't have to be tears and yelling, but it can be concise words. It should be concise words that are because sometimes it hurts people to be blunt with them, but if we say it in the right way, they just have to